If you're learning fashion design on your own and you find your sketch is changing every time, I want you to stop blaming yourself. You don't lack in creativity, you lack clarity. And today I'm going to simplify something very important to you, which most beginners struggle with. Your design voice is not something you find, it is something you build. As a beginner, you think fashion designing means sketching every day. So you do these things. You go to Pinterest, you try different styles, you keep watching tutorials. But at the end, something feels off. Your sketchbook is full, but not consistent. And that is not your fault. It is that you're missing a structure. Let me make something very clear. Fashion design is not a random creativity. It is a pattern of decisions you repeat, and that repetition creates your identity. Today, I will give you three questions that will help you build your identity. Question number one: who am I designing for? Most students do not have an answer to this. Some say women, some say everyone, anyone. But let me tell you, this is just a category. Let me simplify it further. A college student, when you're designing for a college student compared to a working professional or a resort traveler, your design approach will be completely different. For example, iconic Coco Chanel never designed for everyone. Her designs were simple, elegant, wearable. She designed for women who wanted freedom from heavy, uncomfortable clothing. So, at your level, don't think of fashion. Think of what kind of life my client is living. Because if your audience is unclear, your designs will feel unclear. Question number two: what emotions do I want my clothes to carry? Most beginners get stuck here. They create designs, but they forget the feeling. Every outfit has got an emotion. For example, a structured blazer shows power, soft drapes show calmness, bright prints express joy, and loose silhouettes give comfort or escape. For example, iconic Alexander McQueen just didn't design clothes. He designed emotions, drama, intensity. That is why his clothes look very powerful. Question number three: what do I keep repeating? Now, this is the most powerful one. Look at your sketchbook honestly. See what is that is repeating. Is it the neckline? Is it the silhouette? Is it the structure? Or is it the flow? What is that you keep repeating in your sketches? Most of the students ignore this. They think repetition is a mistake. They think they need to create different things every time. But repetition is not a mistake. It is an identity trying to form. For example, if you look at the works of Sabyasachi, you will see certain elements are repeated every time. For example, rich fabrics, detailed embroidery, vintage fill, but that is what made him recognizable. So instead of forcing new designs, start observing what you keep repeating in your designs because these natural repetitions become your design voice. Now, here is something important. You might be thinking, I know these three questions. I can try them myself. And yes, you should. But here is what usually happens. After a period of time, you tend to go back to the random designing. Not because you don't know, you don't understand, but because you don't have a system or a structure in place to follow it consistently. Knowing the questions is not enough. You need a structure to apply them. So now, let's bring everything together. Question number one: who am I designing for? What emotions do my clothes carry? And number three, what am I repeating? When you answer these three questions, your designs stop being random and start becoming more intentional. So, next time you sit to design, don't just start sketching. Start thinking first, because sketching without clarity is just a visual noise. If this video has helped you, do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.